can you please play us Halin Kitty there?
Okay, I will.
Yo, what's up, man? What's up, man? Huh? Why you say that, dog?
I say it gotta be nice. Now that
Alright, cool.
this music is out now.
Yeah.
Alright, check
The
it.
reason why I say that is because now we can play it.
Entlekele nagana le twela mot, Halin Kids tle. Entlekele nagana le twela mot, Halin Kids ne. Entlekele nagana le twela mot, Halin Kids tle. Entlekele nagana le twela mot, Halin Kids. One rile. Entlekele nagana le twela mot, Halin Kids tle. Entlekele nagana le twela mot, Halin Kids ne. Entlekele nagana le twela mot, Halin Kids, ba. Entlekele nagana le twela mot, Halin Kids, ba. Halin Kids, 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 Halin Kids. Entlekele nagana le twela mot, Halin Kids tle. Entlekele nagana le twela mot, Halin Kids ne. Entlekele nagana le twela mot, Halin Kids tle. Entlekele nagana le twela mot, Halin Kids. Affirmations that I tell to myself. You was born great, boy, you should follow yourself. Preparations when you follow the steps. You should Google yourself, stay true to yourself. Anything that you want, you should get it yourself. I could say that I'm blessed cause my niggas will help to fight the stereotype that my people possess. My uncle in the kitchen tryna cook us some herbs. To honor your father, better show him respect. You know I love my mama to death. Conversations that we never could have. I was only looking out for myself. Really looking life like a Sunday. Going forward, I'ma do it my way. I'm still really looking fly on my Hyundai. They still gon' talk down on my name. Entlekele nagana le twela mot, Halin Kids, galifile. Gagojiwa mpa go ratlela itse, Halin Kids, ke le maizitse. Gali dutse le botela en la itse, Halin Kids, ke le jumpile. Entlekele nagana le twela mot, Halin Kids.
I usually go for the kill though, never abort. I'm on the mission with the deal, bro, never report. I always really have the skills to put my vision on course. I only really have my purpose that I gotta endorse. Looking back on my sins, just got no remorse. Building my character with what I could source. Halin Kitty, Halin typical course. When you're looking at my face, you can see the good cop. I only take it on the chin with no fear. I drift on you niggas with multiple gears. Cry me a river, pitiful tears. Never had the patience, never really cared. Bleeding my truth in the booth, and with all my wounds, every drop of blood was never spared. I was built for war with no tears. Halin Kitty, but would you dare?
Entlekele nagana le twela mot, Halin Kids,
Man.
Entlekele nagana le twela mot, Halin Kids,
No, that's what's up, bro. That's what's
Entlekele
up.
nagana le
That's
twela.
the vibe.
That's their vibes.
That's crazy.
That's their vibes. What you think of there, bro?
Man, it's something. It's something.
It is
Something,
definitely something. It
man.
is definitely something.
But man, it is what it is, man. We love it.
Yeah, we love it. We love it,
We
yeah.
love it. We love it. So yeah, man. Should I do the intro?
You must.
Let me
You
do
must
the
be back.
Yo,
You're
what's
back,
up,
bro. You're
man?
back.
This is your boy MONYC, the king himself, man. Mr. Longhair don't care.
Yeah,
whatever,
yeah.
though.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
yeah. What's up, man?
You're just chilling with the brother, Breezy, Mongz, KoGae,
Yeah.
aka the boys in the house.
Uh-huh.
Jay gets group in the house.
Yeah.
You know the vibes, man.
You know
We
what to
are
do.
back, and this is episode 10, baby.
Yo, man.
Can you imagine?
Can you?
Can we give that an applause, please?
Yo, man, it's
Yeah,
been
that's
a
what's
long
up.
time coming, man. Yo, it's been a long time coming. We happy.
We happy. We happy.
I'm happy. I'm happy as well, man.
The
Because
only
you know,
thing-
10. Yeah, you gonna say something?
I was gonna say the only thing that I wanna ask you with us getting to episode 10
Yeah.
is that did you ever think that we'll get to episode 10, or after maybe you answer that are we going or what?
Yo, man, let me say.
Are we going or what? You
No,
understand?
we going. No,
Right,
we
100%.
going. Yo, man, we going Hollywood, man. That's the only thing. We're going Hollywood. We're going big. We're going big.
I dig that.
But you know, like on an honest tip, man. When I think about it personally, you know what I'm saying, as MONYC. I feel like we should have gotten here a bit sooner.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. But you know, when you look at our work that we did in the past like 12 months in a year, you know what I'm saying. We did a lot. You know, we did the EP.
Yes.
So it's a lot of work that we did. But I'm happy that we got here.
Yeah, I'm happy that we got
here eventually, you know.
I'm happy that we got here.
Yeah, I'm very, very, very happy. But you know, since that we got here, Manga, you know the question.
Yes.
You know the question that we always ask, dog. How is the mind, body of soul and mind, body and soul of Breezy Mongz?
Well.
KoGae.
Yeah, well, I'm happy that we are here. The voice in the house, yes, man.
Yeah.
I'm very happy that we are here, man. Episode 10. I'm actually happy about everything, but what I gotta say, just getting to the mind, body, and soul, is that the mind, the body, and the soul. The body is good.
Yeah.
The body, I'm 100%. I'm very, very, very good. The mind, I can't really say that I'm 100%. I'll go back to that. You know, but you know, I'm here, and I'm here out here working. You know, sometimes you gotta continue irrespective. You understand? And the soul, I think the soul is okay, man. You understand? And the reason why I just want to highlight the fact that the mind is not 100%. You know, sometimes when somebody asks you, how are you? You know, you just want to tell them that you're right or you're fine. You
it's
understand?
just a simpler answer.
You understand?
It's a simpler answer, so you can continue with whatever.
100%.
Yeah.
So I want to just give you the actual feeling or the actual state of where I am at.
Okay.
You understand? When I'm at is that, yeah, man, I'm good. I am 100%. You understand? But mentally, there's just a lot that is happening. But it will be alright. You understand? We'll be alright. It's not like it's a train smash.
Yeah.
We just gotta continue working. That's the one that I
continue
gotta
working,
say.
man. It's just about moving forward, though. It's just about moving forward, though.
Yeah.
It is what it is, though.
What about you, man?
Man,
What about you?
my mind, body, and soul. Man, MONYC. I enjoy where MONYC is at, though. You know, I really enjoy where MONYC is at, man. I believe that I've grown in the past year. I've did a lot. I've worked a lot, man. Personally, business-wise, and all. I'm in a good space, man. I'm very in a very creative space. I wear a lot of hats. I'm happy about that, you know. Sometimes it can be tiring, you know what I'm saying. It can be a bit stressful, you know what I'm saying. But I pull through. So where my mind is at, man, my mind is on really pushing the brand, man. My mind is on pushing the brand.
The GS
The
brand.
GS brand, dog.
GS brand. That's
You know,
what
the
you gotta
Gentship
say.
shit. The Gentship shit.
That's
so
what you're
that's
doing,
really,
bro.
really where my mind is at, man. I don't really have any other focus besides Gentship, though.
Okay, can I just say that I can double down on that as well, bro? Because also that's where my mind is. Everything that I'm doing off of recently, or maybe for the past 10 years, I've just been praying that we just continue pushing. You know, like the most thing that every day, or most times when I speak with you, I tell you about. The one thing that I really appreciate from us is that we can honestly just keep on having that determination, just continue pushing. You understand? And when I see us just keep on coming, irrespective of whatever, you know, irrespective of us being good, us being in a whatever state, but other speaks of us just keep on coming back and just try to push. That motivates me. That makes me feel good.
Space,
that makes me feel good.
Yeah, it's a good space because everything really just comes together, dog. You know, everything is really coming together, dog. With the music. With the podcast, with the fucking merch, man. For fuck's sakes,
I'm
man.
wearing a big hoodie.
You know what I'm saying?
You understand? That's what I'm saying.
Exactly, dog. So yeah, man, like it's very exciting for me. So, my body. Wait, let me go back to my body. Let me go back to my body before.
Let's go back to your body. Pause.
Holy shit. Yeah, so body-wise, man, MONYC. Body-wise, MONYC is good, man. MONYC is good. He's working out, man. He's feeling healthy, man. I can't really complain. But MONYC is soul, man. MONYC is soul.
That's what's up.
MONYC's soul is in a very fucking it's in a beautiful space. Excuse me, it's in a beautiful space, man.
That's good.
It's really in a beautiful space. Anything can come out of it, dog.
That's good.
There's so much possibilities. So
Creatively so as well.
everything so, man. Everything so. Yeah, everything's so, man. It's just in a very beautiful space, man. And I'm embracing it. I'm happy about it.
That's good, man.
It is what it is, dog.
That's good, bro. I think my famous code or my famous words is that if you're a dog, everything's gonna be alright. Yeah, that's that. I think that's where I'm at. Yeah. So, man, I was gonna say, let's do some house announcements. We got some very, 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 very huge house announcements to make. Yeah, understand. We've got our Don't Be Shy Season 1 EP that is already been released. It came out last year in November. You understand?
November.
Came out last in November. It's very a pity that we couldn't really do anything as far as putting after the fact, but we are here, man, and we are here to celebrate that. You understand? And we are here to really make that announcement.
Yeah, it's been a very interesting journey.
I was gonna ask you that.
It's been a very, very
since the release, how, like, before the release, the space that you were in, and since the release, thus far, how do you feel, and also artistically, where do you think you are right now? You understand? And also, just tell me, Guti, with that Don't Be Shy Season 1, bro, what did it really give you?
Yeah. I think I'll start at the beginning. Hopefully in sequence in the questions that you asked.
Yeah, because there's a lot. I hope.
Yeah. So before we released the EP, I think I was really, let me say Gentship as well, was I feel like under pressure to release some music, because it's been a while since we released music, you know what I'm saying, before the EP. So we were really putting in that work, man. There were so many songs that we recorded, there were so many songs that we wrote. There was, and
it was very hard to see which ones were really gonna be in the EP. And honestly, if you really want to talk about that, I'm sorry to cut you off, but
not a flow.
But anyway, I was gonna say, remember the EP also started as 3.
I was literally gonna say that.
But then continue.
Yeah. So the EP was literally started with 3 songs. You know what I'm saying? And 3 like full-length songs. And I don't know, somewhere along the way, I think it was my brother right here. You know what I'm saying? Doing the things.
Yeah, understand.
And just basically, we just conceptualized and I said, no, let's give it a bit more songs. You know what I'm saying? And just build it from there. Doesn't have to be a lot, but at least something that people can listen to. Not only 1, 2, but at least like 5, 6, 7.
Yes.
Depending. Yeah.
Yeah, but I think also, and Vele, just to add on what you're saying, I think yes, you are right. It started off as 3 songs, and also those 3 songs came about where we just were at a state where we just felt like we don't want to release a single anymore. Yeah. We feel like we need something that could define us from a project point of view. You understand? So because we had already I think done a few songs, and all of those songs, and we were working on like a bigger project, which is probably the album.
Yeah.
You understand? And then we were like, okay, but we got a few songs that we can let fly.
Yeah.
You understand? Because we got these few songs that we can let fly. How about maybe we pick up just 3 songs and let them fly? You understand? But then after we did that, and then I think the very first song that we let fly was definitely 2000. But then after 2000 went out, I think that what actually gave us more, I would say more room to actually now start thinking about new ideas and thinking about new songs.
Yeah.
And honestly, when I started really thinking about it, Nami, I thought of it like, you know what, I feel like I want something for the ladies on there. I really want something that could go and touch people from a love point of view.
Yeah.
You understand? I really felt like the 2000 song was just on the vibe song, or on the vibe level, where you're not really showing who are you emotionally or on that subject matter, for lack of a better word. You understand? And for us to put only those 3 songs, and I think initially it was just 2000, it was celebration, and it was stressed out.
Oh yeah.
Those were the 3 songs.
3 songs.
Yeah, that's it.
Initial 3 songs that are going to be on the EP.
100%. So, but then I felt like, okay, celebration. I always like celebration because I felt like it was just a celebration of a new era. And honestly, if you really listen to it, you could really tell with it. But yeah, we really about to celebrate, and we're really in that mood of celebration.
I'm sure some of the fans are asking like, why am I actually not on the song?
No. But why aren't you on the song?
I'm asking the question and I'm gonna answer because I know the questions are there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
the reason why I'm not on Celebration is that I wrote a verse, but I don't think I really wanted to put it on. You know what I'm saying? Because I was doing so much work on the behind the scenes. If you guys don't know, MONYC is mostly behind the scenes.
Yes,
doing quite a lot of stuff. You know what I'm saying? So when we were in the process of making the EP, I did write a few bars on it. But then when I heard your verses, the chorus and how you hit it and how everything was blending in, I didn't want to put like too much of a rush job with my verse. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that is the reason why I'm not on Celebration. But even when I listen to it now, it sounds like a Celebration song.
It's a vibe. Like I'll tell you that. But I think you are on point. I think at the space because I remember when we were writing, I remember, and yes, man, you do a lot behind the scene. You understand? And I know I put you, especially in terms of writing. I think the only because I know I put you a lot of pressure on you on so many things. But I think the only other pressure that I really put you on sometimes is the fact that when I would ask you that, nice, please find some time to actually write verses, my nigga.
Because I'm a rapper.
I understand. Find some time to actually write verses. You know, you do so many things. You do all these nice things, and I appreciate it. But I feel like please put a verse on there. Please put a verse there. Please put a verse there. I know that's what I really most of the time struggle with you. And with Celebration, I think it got to that stage where. And I think also with Ride or Die Wanyana, it almost got there.
It almost got there.
You understand? And you told me no. Because I told you, you know what, my guy, I think we should just go with the Ride or Die Wanyana. And you're like, no, we're not doing that. You're like, no, we're not
jump on that song.
Yeah, you know, so like no. You're like, no, that one we go. And then but I think it's dead, you know, and most of the time it is dead. And that's why I think in the previous one I really had to say that I really appreciate you, because I know what you really do out here. I mean, I know that I can only do antics and be and write verses, you understand? And then
you do other stuff as well.
I know, but you understand. But I be thinking that you do most of the most incredible stuff, and that's what I really love about this whole ship that is moving out here. You understand? But that's what it is, man. I think. And then I think that's where that's how we ended up with the Ride or Die on the EP. And then I think that the last song that we had was the last two other songs that we had on the EP was Halinkitsi and No Pressure. You understand?
Do you want to No Pressure?
No Pressure. The only thing that I want to say to you is that shout out HP and V6 Beats. That's the only thing that I want to say with regards to No Pressure. Dope beat. Dope beat. And shout out HP man for just reaching out and saying, here's a beat. Let's do something here. You understand? And I know I spoke with him a few times regarding it, and then he ended up no, that song it's fine. You understand? But that's how No Pressure ended up on the EP. And then Halinkitsi, it was just a vibe that we were working on. Halinkitsi has always been. And by the way, Halinkitsi is the most fastest song we have ever wrote. You understand? Because I remember I presented to MONYC. When I presented to MONYC wrote like literally half of the verse in front of me. When we were literally listening to it. You understand? And the next time I saw him, the verse was complete and we were basically just recording it. So Halinkitsi, Halinkitsi was just a vibe. You understand? So that's how we ended up with those songs, you know, and the interludes. Come on. Come on. That's why we're here. You understand?
That's what we do.
You understand? So, but that's how we really ended up with that project. And I look at it right now, I feel like it's a beautiful project.
Yeah.
And honestly, how I feel regarding it, I might have missed some of the things that I really wanted to say with regards to it. But how I really feel towards that project is that, for me, what it did for me before and after is that, you know, what I've always been seeking and what I've always been looking for, like that validation, it gave me that. It gave me this thing I got to know, now I can continue and I'm going to continue. And now I can see that I am continuing, you understand? And continue in a very dope way, you understand? I listen to those songs and they're beautiful.
They're beautiful, man.
They're beautiful songs.
They have a lot of meaning, man. It's just a vibe, man. It's I did say it before, man. It was a momentous occasion. Momentous occasion. Momentous occasion.
What's wrong with what? You starting with that stuff?
Oh shit! Momentous occasion. momentous occasion.
Okay.
It was it meant a lot to us, man.
Yeah, 100%.
Because it was a special project.
And it was our first official project, my nigga.
Exactly. Fully official.
We've worked on the KoGae project previously, mixtape previously, but it didn't really give us what I think Don't Be Shy Season 1 is going to give us, and it's giving us, or it has already gave us. You understand? Yeah. Like, come on.
It's the vibes.
Yeah, that's it. It is the vibes.
I'm on the tip now. Now you're on the DBS Season 1 now. I need to ask you one question, though. What did you think of the cover?
Come on. Come on. The only thing that I gotta say about the cover is it's the best cover out yet. It's the best cover out yet. And it's the best cover. It's the best album cover of 2024. That's all I would say. You understand? It's very influential. Yeah. like most of the shit that we do, we're just trying to like how we were influenced. Yeah. We're just trying to make sure that we influence as well. And I feel like that DBS cover was special. It was God sent. It was heaven sent.
It was like,
bro, like,
listen, man,
and this, I think this is just touching on so many points on our journey. You understand? Like, we didn't go shoot that shit. Yeah. We didn't go it just happened.
It just happened. Just came together.
You understand? It just happened, and we were like, no, but this specific picture should be the cover. Yeah. You know, so.
I think you called it before even the EP was done.
Before we even know exactly what's going to happen on the EP. When I saw it, I was like, but
no, this is the vibe.
This is the vibe.
Exactly.
You understand? So, and like I say, we could have went with. There's so many other pictures that we took that day that were nicer, that we could have went with. You understand? But and even when that day, we wasn't even taking no album covers, no nothing. We were just taking
some
pictures.
Random pictures.
You understand?
We were just taking some random.
But when I saw that, bro, I was like, yeah.
No, but
it's the best cover of 2024. That's what it's the best album cover of 2024. That's what I'll say.
When you're looking out there.
No, come on, bro. Come on, bro. Like,
no, since we're looking out there, dog. The recent things that are happening, that was the recent thing that we saw with the nominees, the hip hop nominees for the Metro. The Metro Awards.
The Metro Awards, yes.
Yeah. So, looking at those nominees, man. And how to put the list, dog. And the artists that are on there.
Okay.
And the type of songs that are on there.
Okay.
And yet, what you think? What are your thoughts?
Here's the thing, before I answer that, and my thoughts could be this. I think that's a decent nominee. That's a decent category. That's a decent top best hip hop songs category. But I was gonna ask you that. Do you think that every song that is on there deserves to be on there?
From what angle?
From the time maybe it was dropped, to the impact that it had, and probably to the amount of listenership it has. You understand? Like because all of these songs were dropped in different time frames. For instance, the very first one that I could look at there is Let Me Cook. Like how they put it out. It's Let Me Cook. And so Let Me Cook, I think, was dropped a little bit further. You understand? You understand? But yeah, from Let Me Cook to Right to Wishlist. You understand? Like, that's why I'm looking at it. Like they were all dropped at different times. You understand? So, and also they all had different impacts. You understand? So that's why I'm looking at it. Do you think like every song, and like I said, it's a decent hip hop category, but do you think like on those, and I think like most of those songs, like I feel like all of those songs actually have the potential to be more impactful, even beyond them. It's these nominees. You understand? But that's what I'm looking at it for.
Okay, I see that. I think the different types of songs, right? They have a different types of feeling and whatnot. Now, some one is vibey, one is very hip hop. Some are melodic. One is very emotional. You know. I like the songs.
Do you think they deserve?
There's only one song that really I'm not so sure of, and that's literally my own opinion. I think that's just based on my own taste as MONYC. You know what I'm saying? It's literally wish list. It sounds nice. It's really hip hoppy. You know what I'm saying?
It's very hip hop.
Yeah, it's very hip hop. It's not that it's a bad song for me, but I'm just speaking for myself as MONYC, as my personal taste. You know what I'm saying? For me, it's nice, but I don't think it should be part of that nominee list. You know what I'm saying? Maybe there's other songs that could be up there. Maybe I can't think of some that come to head right now, but I've heard some nice songs out there in the past year. You know what I'm saying?
No, 100%. Yeah, I was gonna say that I get you. I think when I might take on that song, I think it's okay. It's okay. It's not. It's a good song on that category. I feel like it deserves to be in that category. For me, the one song, and I didn't even want to make this about which one's supposed to be, but we're just talking about the song that deserves to be there. Not, I think every other song deserves to be there, but we didn't even want to make about it. We just highlighting our opinion.
Yeah.
I would say for me, the one song that I really feel like it really does not deserve a spot there, and I'm not say that it doesn't deserve a spot, but yeah, maybe I think for me it's too much. Yeah, I feel like it's too much. It's a moment type song. It happened in that moment, and it's nice. And when you listen to it, takes you back to probably the moments when you first dropped and it was nice, and the vibes that you were in, or probably when you were in that vibe. I think that's what it's too much gives for me. Not that it's the best song like you said. Also with the wish list, but for me also I feel like I can listen to it, but every time when I listen to it, for me even today it gives me that nostalgic vibe. It gives me that vibe that when I was back in 2024. You understand? Whereas when I look at all the other songs that are on there, I can listen to them past the fact. You understand? And they still give me a brand new feeling today. You understand? But that's just how I feel. But other than that, I feel like it's a dope category. You understand?
You have a favorite?
I definitely have a favorite. You understand? But you know what? Before I get onto my favorite, I'm going to ask you this question. Maybe let me answer them before I ask you this question. Which one do you think should win or deserves to win, and which one is your favorite, like you asked me? But I think for me, the one that is my favorite, it's definitely Uvalo. You understand? Uvalo is my shade, my kid. You understand? Uvalo, it is my shade, and that brings me to an item that I wanted to just talk about, to say, you know what, I feel like we need to get to a stage where we start recognizing melodic rap separately from actual hip hop rap, like rap. You understand? We need to just put them separate, because of this is two big genres. You understand? And for us to always smoosh them or what,
put them
in one, I feel like it's a disservice to us, the people that are in the game. You understand? Because at the end of the day, Uvalo is very, for me, I feel like it's
Can I ask you something, sir? Do you think most of the songs that are out right now, whether it's in SA or internationally, are more melodic as compared to actually hip hop, like probably hip hop?
I think so. I think yes, more sound, it's melodic now, but remember, irrespective of how melodic you trying to sound, if you are a hip hop artist or you are a hip hop rapper or you are a rapper, you always want to go back to the basics, and the basics you gotta rap. And for you to be recognized in that fraternity, you're not gonna be recognized by being melodic, my nigga. That's why it is so hard for Drake for people to accept him as a rapper. And we all fuck with him. Everybody knows that he's a rapper, and we all know. And it's one thing that I was gonna say also, to say to you, I'm not sure, but also with the new recent album that Drake dropped, it's not like 100% rap album, but the only time it could ever be recognized in an award if it's put in a rap category, and now it's competing with some GNX, it's competing with some Tyler the Creator type stuff, it's competing with some hardcore rap stuff. It as nice as it might sound because of its melody, some of the old heads might be, that's not hip hop. We want hip hop. It's Benny the Butcher type shit.
Yeah.
And what to Benny the Butcher, my nigga? You understand? That's something that I wanna say. You understand? But it's just that, and that's why I say that I feel good too. We just gotta get to a stage where we separate the two. They are all rap. But like I said, rap has been growing for so many years. We were celebrating 50 years, I think, last year. You understand? Yeah. So we've been growing for so long and for so many years. Are we telling that we haven't evolved? There should be so many, and there are so many genres that are born within the rap fraternity. You understand?
I just thought of a question now, but I don't think I think we'll dwell too much on it now. But I think it's actually something that we should just touch on, because now because I was going to ask about awards in general. No, but since we're talking about hip hop awards, I think it still fits. No?
It still fits because
so, you're talking about that now. Do you think like South African awards, whether it's hip hop or whether it's amapiano or house awards, whatever genre it is, you know what I'm saying?
We don't have
whatever genre awards genre
we
is available.
Yes.
And the summer awards. When you make, goddamn, when you make apologies.
Yeah. No, let's roll. It's fine. It's that one. It's not this one.
Is this one? Oh,
that's what I said. Let's roll.
Oh, fuck. Okay. Anyway, when you're thinking about these South African awards, man, and what you're saying right now, whether in terms of like, you know, separating like the different hip hop genres, do you think that's something that can easily be
attained?
And I say attained, can it easily be put on a table, discussed, and find a conclusion upon the matter?
I think it's easy.
Okay.
If it's like anything, I mean, to me, if it's not, like,
I'm talking here, nah?
Yeah. If it does not really hit your bottom line, I think it's easy. Because I think everything that we're trying to do, we're trying to just get to the bottom line. You understand? And maybe I've not got to the knowledge of why do they do these awards for, or why are they doing these awards for, or what are they getting in return for these awards, for awarding these people these things. But if it does not really hit their bottom line, then I don't think that there should be any issue. It's an easy thing. It's an easy, like they always reinvent in these categories. You understand? So it's an easy thing, but it's up to us to advocate for it. The people who are in this spot, because if you're not gonna talk for it, then people they're not gonna see any need for us to for them to. That's why sometimes it's important for you to have their hip hop awards, because then the hip hop awards, I think it touches on so many elements. You understand? But I don't think I'm not sure. Because there is still a melodic best song in that hip hop award. You understand? I'm not sure if there is. You understand? So, you know, we need to at least be growing in that dimension, or grow into those sort of space. You understand? But what I was gonna say, Mina, for my Uvalo has always been but I feel like Let Me Cook. That Magdalena should definitely do the things, bro. You understand? And that's just me.
The one that should win.
That's just me. Okay. But let's go to you. That's just me.
Man, I have something similar, but yeah, this is what I think. My favorite. My favorite is between Uvalo and War.
But you gotta, bro. You gotta pick a side.
I'm explaining, though. Let a nigga explain. Alright, cool. Yeah. So yeah, for me it's between Uvalo and War by MT. I like both of them. I like Uvalo. I think I like Uvalo more because it's very story. There's a lot into the song. You know what I'm saying? It tells more of a deeper story because of how the song flows.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? As compared to War, in my opinion. And by MT. But that MT shit, man. Man, that MT shit
is fire. It's fire. That MT shit is fucking fire. I'll tell you that.
It is fucking fire. Like crazy, though.
Bro,
like,
I mean, this is what I'll say about MT. And then I think we have, I don't know if we have put it on record that MT is very good. But after I really hear that War about it from MT, man, I was like, no, this boy got the keys, bro.
He got the keys.
Like MT to me sounds like Drake. like there's nothing that MT, there's never a song that MT can be on and it was silent entirely bad. That's just how I feel. You know what I'm saying? Because he has everything. Like, I don't know if it's the sound or it's the words or it's how he uses the shit. But like after I hear that War shit, I'm like,
fire shit, though, man.
I'm like, this is a beast, though. This is a beast, though. So went to my nigga MT, bro.
Yeah. So for me, those are my two favorite songs. So obviously, I think based on what I've said now, I'll put Uvalo over War in terms of my favorites. But I fucks with War. War is something else. In terms of something to win.
So who should win?
Who should win? For me, it's obvious, man. Let's not play around. Let them cook, man.
Let them fucking cook, my nigga. Let me cook. Let them cook, my nigga. That Madera, we should take all that awards.
You know what I'm saying?
That's the only thing that I'm. You see, like, well, let me know if you say so much. But let me cook. If you put that let me cook on any category, you should come up on top.
Yeah.
That's the only that I'm saying. And the only that I'm going to say, I'm going to talk from the impact. From bro, like, and you see when somebody raps like that, and you see you be impactful and still have rapped like that.
You've hit it on the nail,
bro. Come on, bro.
You went gold.
You went
platinum.
Come on, bro. Like that. Let me cook. Yeah. So that's
best,
crazy, man. That best hip hop. I think you should just go to Let Me Cook. I think we agree on that one. I think it's a dope one. I think, but I don't know. Eventually, the judges there, whoever people will decide. But I really feels like, Let Me Cook was gonna win in whatever category that you're gonna put it on. You understand? Because from the impact to whatever, bro, like people just really loved that shit. You understand? People really fucked with that shit. You could see a small baby, rapping the verses. You could see an old timer probably rapping those verses. You could see a middle-aged class guy or woman or lady rapping those verses. So that Madlera Dope was vibe. Was really fly. I'll tell you that for free. You understand? So Let Me Cook, I think for me also, I put it to be number one and to be the one song that should actually win in that category. But I gotta really say, this is a dope category. Honestly, when I'm looking at it, War is a very nice song. I like War. I like me some War. Wishlist is a very dope song as well. I really love it as well. You have your take on it, but I feel like it's for me. You understand? I think Too Much as well. I feel like it's an okay song. I just feel like it's a dope song. I just don't feel Gucci. You wanna put some 25k on there, bro. Put some 25k. I'm sure you guys couldn't find anything on 25k. Come on, bro. You understand? But it's fine.
It's all good.
It's all good, right here. It's all good.
It's all good, man.
Like, good,
no, but okay, fine, man. We touched on music. I think what's really popping in SA right now is the diff about podcasting.
Oh yes.
Yeah, podcasting.
Yes.
So besides our podcast, there's different types of podcasts that are out there, man. You know the big one, of course. We all know the big one, of course.
100%.
But there's different podcasts that talk about different stuff. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's health, whether it's mental health, whether it's comedy, whether it's entertainment, whether it's just hip hop. So when you're looking at the different type of podcasts that are out there, man, which do you think is your the top 5 that people that should look out for, or the ones that you personally like?
Okay. I think for me, it might be where is it locally or abroad?
Well, locally.
Okay.
Yeah, locally. Let's we're promoting local.
You must know. You must know. We are here.
Yeah.
You understand? Because we swimming in
we're
swimming in that ocean.
We're promoting Gentship.
You know what I'm saying?
Let's promote other local brands.
On that note, bro, please check out our web store, bro. At www.gentship.co.za. That's the vibe. Check us there, man, and get these beautiful garments. You know.
That's what I'm talking about. Get the beautiful garments.
So yeah, bro, we promoting local. That's where we at, bro. And wear yourself some Gentship merch, please.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Wear yourself some, look beautiful, bro.
You know, t-shirts, sweaters.
You understand? Hoodies. You understand? And there's some other stuff coming in the mix very soon.
Don't worry.
You understand? But yeah, I was gonna say, I think for me, locally, the podcast that I'm checking out is definitely our very, 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 very number one. And our very, very, very favorite podcast and chill. You understand? I think he deserves to be mentioned first. You know, because I think, come on, you can't look at podcast and chill and front on that shit. Because you gotta look at it and see yourself.
You know what I'm saying?
That's the only thing that I gotta say. Thank you.
See the people.
Thank you. You gotta look at, and I think podcast and chill is doing very, very well, my guy.
No. Very, very well.
I think they're going to, if I'm not mistaken, if they're not at 1.5 subscribers, they're going for 1.5 subscribers.
Yeah, they should be around that.
And believe you me, when they did that Road to 1 Million tour, bro, I thought it was something that was far-fetched, but bro, they attained it. And not seeing them going to 1.5 million. Come on.
This is
come
podcast.
On. This is pro. This is pro, and we can only help. We can only be proud, bro. We can only be happy for that. You understand? So podcast and chill is the vibe, bro. If you wanna chill, now they got some products for you there. You understand? I'm not gonna make mention of them.
Yeah.
But yeah,
just tune in.
Yeah, you just tune in with podcast and chill, bro. Yeah. I think podcast and chill. For me, it's definitely when I got my time. When I'm not doing the music and I'm not doing the whatnot, I definitely tune into my podcast and chill. And I think also I like me some Penwell, and I think I like different conversations that Penwell will be having with different people.
Yeah, that convo channel.
Yeah,
convo channel.
Yeah.
The people that Penwell has, man, is it's very. I feel like it's very, 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 very beneficial to culture.
Yeah, thank you. And thank you for mentioning that, bro. Because you know what, I really I like the fact that I feel like he brings people that are beneficial to culture.
Exactly.
Yeah, he just bring everybody who can speak there, and we all can speak. Believe you me.
Exactly.
You understand? But what I really love about his conversation is that I feel like he picks those people who are going to bring an advancement to our culture.
Exactly.
Any way or the other. You understand? So yeah, I think I like me some Peno. That's all I'll say. Yeah, so we agree on those two.
Yeah, those are the two.
All right.
Yeah.
Can we go to the third one?
Yeah, you can go to the third.
All right, cool. I think for me, my third one would be the El Tito podcast.
Man, shout out El Tito. Shout out El Tito. Let's just do that. Shout out El Tito for your podcast.
Please don't do that.
No, I'm just
okay.
Okay.
Because okay, but let me hear you out.
No.
But okay,
should I say?
For me, it's the El Tito podcast. I think that's the third one. And should I explain why?
Yeah, because I was gonna ask you that question.
Okay.
Because I'm sure you're asking me why am I acting the way
That's what I'm trying to get to. You understand? But I was gonna ask you, are you in agreement after I told you why I like myself some LTO podcast?
I'll explain the way I'm acting.
All right.
I'm just a bit shocked that you like the El Tito podcast.
Okay.
Not that you have anything against El Tito. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Or something like that. I'm just like, okay, that's very interesting. Yes, he has a podcast. He brings all these artists on.
Do you think I like El Tito?
Do you like El Tito? Let's start there. Since you took it there. Since you took it there, let's start there.
Well, to me, I'm happy. Let me answer you, and let me just go answer you. Yeah. I think for me, I'm happy that El Tito is doing the podcast. Yeah. I'm very happy that he's doing the podcast. Me, that I like him doing the podcast, I'm not sure, but I like his podcast.
Oh, okay.
That one I know that I'm sure of.
At least you can be subjective,
because I feel good he brings up people or guests that I really want to listen to, or when I really he brings guests that I want to hear their stories. And also I feel like also how the reason why people go to his podcast, I might be wrong, but people goes there is because they feel like maybe the conversation or the environment is safe there. Or I don't know if that is the case. This is just me looking outside, looking in type vibes. But I just feel like he can get those sort of guests that he would not likely see them on a podcast and chill, and you want to see them on a podcast and chill. But I feel like he gives them, because especially with the episodes that I've seen, he gives them the safe environment, the safe space to actually express themselves. And I feel like most of the time he really listens to them. You understand? He really listens to them. If you're really gonna go to the LTD podcast, your story is going to be heard. You understand? We're going to hear you. We're going to hear you. We're going to hear about your story. That's why I like my LTD podcast. Okay. So why do you react like that when I say maybe I put LTD on my third?
Yeah, no, I'm just shocked that you like that kind of podcast. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, like, you explained yourself well. You want to see the artists that you like on that podcast, and the artists that you like go on that podcast. Okay. So when you say it like that, I get it. Not that you have anything against Altito, but like, for me personally, I don't really watch the Altito podcast, and it's not that I don't like it. It's just I watch podcasts and chill, I watch Convo. I like different stuff. Podcast and chill to relax, Convo and Penuel to really
get you
stimulate my mind. Get into culture. You know what I'm saying?
I was gonna say also. And the reason why maybe you might have, because of you've been around me for a while, and we've been around each other for a while. I think the reason why you were a little bit surprised that I make the mention of the Altito is because you know that I was not really like a fan of Altito, especially like the music fan of Altito. You understand? Not that Altito was bad, but you get fans, you get people who are your fan, and even with us, there's people who are our fans, there's people who are not our fans. People who are gonna look at our music and look at the stuff that we do, and they're gonna be fans to it, and there's people who just not wanna be. You know, sometimes in life you just gotta always treat it as that 100% rule where you gotta allocate 30% to people who are really gonna like it, 30% to people who are really gonna hate it, and the other 40% is just people are gonna be in between. People are gonna be the fans, but not everybody's going to like whatever content whatever stuff that you're presenting. You understand? So with me, with LTD, I think I was one of those guys who was always on the fence. Whenever he's doing something that I like, I would like it. You understand? That right there and there. But I wouldn't really say I was a hardcore fan of LTD. You understand? But now that with the podcast, I can say that I'm exploring something with him that that at least I can say that I fully like, I fully like and pause, you know what I'm saying? But that's me on my third. Are we agreeing though?
No, we agree. No, I'll agree on your behalf.
All right.
Because I can't really say it on the podcast, on the Altito podcast,
But it's good.
You recommend it.
Yeah, it's good. That's one that I was gonna say to you. They said, if you have sometimes just do check it out. And also check it out.
I've seen a few clips like on social media, but it's not the same as like watching the whole podcast.
True. And when I always advise people, just go watch the whole clip, bro.
Yeah, just watch the whole podcast.
We like these short clips that we putting up on the short music. We like them too. But sometimes we put them out so that you go watch eventually the whole thing. So just go watch the whole thing. And I'm going to recommend you that sometimes when you have some time, check it out and check out the artists that you like. Don't watch an artist that you don't like because then you're gonna think it's not nice.
It's fucked up.
You understand? Check the ones that you like. You understand? Don't make it like it's a hard thing to do.
I'll take your word into consideration and actually go out there.
And
explore.
And then I think the fourth it will be the Hustler's Corner. Understand? I think the Hustler's Corner for me. I think the Hustler's Corner is good, and I think let me hear you from.
No, it's very nice, man. I like. First of all, like shout out to DJ Spoo. You know what I'm saying? As a hood man, we look up to you.
What? No, 100%.
And it's not only with the podcast; it's just in general
so many
in
things.
Life. You give general like direction. Just your way of thinking and how and your way of collaborating, just in general, the different artists, different art forms and whatnot. Whether it's the music, the podcast, the property, it doesn't really matter. You really have
just your way of showing up.
Showing up. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, basically that. So I appreciate that. So I really like the Gentship, the Hustler's Corner. The Hustler's Corner.
Yes.
Conversations are dope, man. I like the guests as well. He really gives that leading, not leading, but he gives that direction, man. He's really a mentor. You know what I'm saying?
True.
In everything he does.
He's leading by example. For a lack of a better word,
Yeah.
I'll tell you that. He's basically just showing us the ropes. He's guinea pigging himself.
Yeah.
If that's the proper
That's a
word.
funny way of putting it.
I like to be saying this word sometimes because at the end of the day, English is not my mother word. My mother's tongue. And here's the thing. And also, can I maybe just say this thing with regards to Englishness? It's what you're talking about, because I really like it. And sometimes I speak it so much, you think that it is my not necessarily like I was raised with it, or I was raised in it. And no, I wasn't. You understand? But sometimes I made it a point in my life one time that I will try to learn myself this language. And I'm not even 40%, but I think now I can communicate. So basically that's what I do. So sometimes when I do that a lot, I think a lot of people, especially especially that I be dealing with and encountering, sometimes they be thinking that I'm being bougie or I'm being some funny. And sometimes I'm not. Sometimes
you're just being yourself.
Sometimes I'm just being myself, you understand? And it's fine, and it's fine. But sometimes it's not that I cannot speak in Setswana. I can speak in Setswana 100%, and especially when I'm with my friends, like my niggas, like Setswana in most of the cases. You understand? And I'll still be the one taking them out of speaking Setswana and speaking English. You understand? Yeah, I'll tell you that for free. So wow. I know I do that a lot. You understand? But that's just one thing that I wanted to say. Sometimes people that are being encountered, they should not be feeling pressure to respond to me in English or whatsoever. Respond in whatever mother tongue you are in. I'll hear you. Yes, and I'll try to respond in my mother tongue as well, but sometimes it's just hard. Not that I don't like it, or not that I like speaking the English. No, but sometimes it is what it is. It's just what it is. You understand? But yeah, I think the last one for me, bro, and word to DJ's Boo. I think everything that you said with regards to that, it's 100% valid. I think also with us, I was going to ask to just touch on for us is that I think with us also we have seen and we have got a lot of motivation from DJ's Boo. You understand? Just as an entrepreneur, you understand? We've been able to just look at him and be like, you know what? This is the guy who's trying to really make unpopular popular, and he's really going out of his way. He could be sitting and chilling in his own comfort zone, but he does not want to go through the comfort zone route. He wants to go through the confused route, the very unreliable route, the route that 10 years, many years later, probably our kids would speak about him. You understand? And we will only say, Guti, this is the guy who has been showing them the route. You understand? But yeah, and lastly, man, I think for me it will be there's this one podcast, bro. I think it's very good. I don't know if you have checked it out, but it's called Against the Wall. Have you seen it?
I don't recognize the name, but what exactly is it about?
I think because I check sometimes there and there sometimes, but I feel like it's very dope content. I feel like they produce dope content and content that is good for culture. That is very good for culture. That if one had to really get in touch with that sort of conversation, they will really know what's really up. You understand? But it's about it's just ex-convict who were convicted, maybe charged with something, and then they went to prison, and then they came out, and then they like survivors basically. You understand?
I think I've seen the host now. The host. I forgot his name.
I don't know his name also. But he's some light skinned guy.
Yeah, no, I've seen it.
Some light skinned guy with a fade.
He might have appeared on Podcast and Chill on one time. Yeah. But then I think I've seen a few clips of him.
Yes.
Actually, the conversations that
dope content. Dope content.
Yeah,
that's all that I'll tell you.
Now that you mentioned it,
it's dope content, and those people. I think people who goes there is just everybody who's just done with everything, and they just wanna turn around their lives and everything, and they just go there and they just share their stories. You understand? They just share something. Some people you hear most people saying that they were fooled into getting into whatever life that they ended up living, that ended up leaving them in prison and whatsoever. You understand? So and sometimes because we don't know such, sometimes we do get across those sort of situations where people would say this thing, say that thing to you, not knowing these things will really lead you in huge trouble where you might end up in jail. So that Against the Wall podcast, man, I think if you could just check it out, it will give you some knowledge on at least
just the life of a criminal-minded individual.
Yes. And then honestly, I think it is a dope conversation to actually have around.
But sometimes I personally just wonder like what goes through the mind of a criminal, because sometimes I hear the lingo, man. The lingo sounds cool.
The lingo sounds very cool. I'll tell you
what
that.
I'm saying?
The lingo sounds cool. I say that?
But the life is it's harsh, man. It's very heavy. You know what I'm saying? No one wants to go through stuff that they go through, you know what I'm saying? Getting shot, you know what I'm saying, and surviving, it's hella crazy, you know what I'm saying? But I think those conversations are very important, man. It's very interesting, it's very interesting to see how other types of people live, So basically your top 5 podcasts, KoGae, maybe not in any particular order, but Podcast and Chill, Convo, and Pennywell, Against the Wall, Hustler's Corner, as well as the El Tito podcast.
The El Tito podcast. El Tito, my nigga. Yes,
you know what I'm saying.
We got you.
Fantastic. I wanted to ask a question because just the past time we were speaking, just a question popped into my mind. Going back to Gentship, because we have different. We got the music, we got the podcast, and I know it might be a little unfair to ask you, but as you being in the camp and watching what happens on the streets, as well as what fans think, I know I see on my side as well. But basically for you, what do you think the fans like mostly now? Because we release the podcast as well as the music. So where do you think they're sitting on right now?
I'm not sure. It's very hard. But I think the music. I think the music for me it's my basic. It's like when I go to my my brilliant basics, like the music. It's gotta be. I don't know if that's how probably the fans feel, and maybe after some time they might feel like maybe it would be the part. Or it will be us modeling the match now, because we're trying to be modelers now.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? We're trying to do everything. So, but I think for me personally, I just feel like it just boils down to always my personal passion, and I think the one thing that honestly made us connect, it was the fact that I was a rapper, you were a poet.
Oh yeah.
You understand? And because of that, we clicked, and since then, my king, I promise you, that's why we're talking so many years later, and we here. You understand? And that's gotta be the music. And for me, I think that's where my main investment is at. It's with the music. It's really with the music.
True. You know what I feel with the party? I know the fans love the music, man. Because they always want to hear us musically now. You know, when they look at us on the pod, they really get a chance to see what kind of personalities we are. You know what I'm saying? Because you can hear 16 on a verse. You know, you can hear MONYC 16. You can hear Breezy Mongz 16. But they actually see the person and be like, oh, how's this nigga?
No,
cheers, you know what I'm
100%.
saying?
And
so I think that gives really, and I think we mentioned this before.
No, 100%.
It gives the fans the opportunity to say like, okay, MONYC is like this, Breezy Mongz is like this.
100%. You understand? And honestly, for me, I think that's what's the most important thing. You understand? The most important thing is just making sure people can see you for who you are, and the type of message that you're trying to really push out there, or the type of conversation that you're really trying to embark on, or actually get out there. I think for me, it's like I say, as much as I might love the music, but you're right, the pod definitely would give you what sort of individual we are. You understand? And mostly, when you just listen to the music that we make, sometimes that music is influenced by the moments in our lives. You understand? But they're not influenced by who we are. You understand? Sometimes it might just be influenced by a specific moment in your life. You understand? So I think the podcast value will definitely give more room and more space for people to actually be able to see what type of a person you are. You understand? And honestly, I like that. And for me, I like the fact that I can come here and express myself and you understand? So
Yo man, we spoke about the different podcasts, man. I just wanted to put that side note about the
what
music,
people might love,
what people might like between the music and the Gentship podcast, you know. But there's something that happened recently, you know, by a very interesting figure in South Africa, you know, forgot his name. Mbuyiseni Ndlozi, wabo. Leaving our fellow party, the EFF.
Do you think he left the party though?
I didn't left, but I think he explained it on the podcast with I think a couple of podcasts. It was with
I watched the one with McG.
Yeah, the one with McG.
Yeah.
He explained what
He
exactly happened. So what did
he didn't leave the party.
What happened?
He left active politics.
Oh, active politics.
Yeah, that's how he explained it. He left active politics, meaning that he would not be a member of parliament anymore. Meaning if he's not a member of parliament anymore, that means then he's not employed by EFF as an employee. He's just a member of EFF.
So he's a member, but not an active.
Not any. I don't think that he holds any position right now within the EFF. Yes.
So it's like any other paying member, basically.
And I don't think that he's getting any salary right now from the EFF anymore. And hence he had to do the switch. And hence I think
so that's literally what we're speaking about right now.
Yes.
The switch from the politics to radio.
Yes. What do you think of that?
That's a very interesting switch. That's the kind of switch you don't really see happen, you know what I'm saying? But it's very interesting because, you know, he's a guy who has a lot of knowledge. You know, he's very knowledgeable. So if you're talking about talk radio, I think it would be beneficial for that platform. You know what I'm saying? That's what I think about it. I haven't listened to a show as yet. You know what I'm saying?
I think it's too early right now for us to say anything with regards to his show. I don't know if he went on air yet.
I think there haven't been any clips.
No, I think the clip that I've seen, it was just a practice run. I'm not sure if it was like an actual
like a live. Okay.
Yeah, but okay. Let me ask you this. what can you take from him living? And he has his own reason, and what I'm saying to, and I think what I want to get from you is this, and the reason why also I believe it's important that we talk about it here. It is because it is a big thing. I don't think that is any small thing. I think for me, Mbuyiseni Ndlozi was very key in politics. So for him to just leave that space to the radio space, I really want to understand for you, Guti, are you, like, based on how you feel, not Guti, is it the right thing for him to do? And yes, for him, 100%, it is definitely the right thing for him to do. I've heard some people on social media saying that maybe he wanted to leave a toxic working environment. Some people saying all sort of things that might not necessarily be true. You understand? But if for whatever reason that he ended up saying that, you know what, I want to leave this space to that space, it's good for me, and it's good for my own sanity, and I'm going to do that. And he have done that. How do you feel, Guti, when or how do you think, Guti, is it a good move, especially for us as a nation? And the reason why I say for us as a nation is because of, I believe, Guti, he was beneficial for us as a nation in parliament. That's just how I feel. I don't know how everybody else feel about him, but I feel like his skills or his knowledge were well best presented or well best utilized when he was in parliament. For me, you understand? But I want to just hear from you, and I have a whole take on the matter.
Yeah,
I have a whole take on the matter, but I just want to hear from you first, and I want you to really go in depth.
Now I catch your question now. On a personal level, for me, for him, from me, you can do whatever.
100.
You know what I'm saying?
Like
he can wake up the next morning and just do
I feel like I don't even want to do this fucking radio too.
Exactly what I'm saying.
I want to just go chill.
And move on to something else.
As a matter of fact, I want to go do podcast and chill.
You know what I'm saying? Let me be a regular. Let me be there every week. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he's a doctor after all.
Yeah, exactly. So on a personal level, man, he can do whatever, man. I don't care what he really does on a personal level, because I know how much value he brings into society. Whether it's whatever he says, he has a lot to bring to society.
I hear you.
Yeah.
But I have a probing question, and the reason why I'm saying that is because you're not giving me everything that I want from you.
I was still going to get to the other facts.
All right.
Yeah, you're still cutting. I mean, yeah.
Let's hear you.
I'll get into my point. That's why I'm like, on a personal level, that's how I feel. You know what I'm saying? On a political level, and how much impact he had on a political level, we're gonna miss that, especially in parliament. You know what I'm saying? He had a strong position in the EFF, as well as his influence, especially in the EFF and politically. We're gonna miss that, and we can't deny that. You know what I'm saying? That's just the way. That's the decision that he took. Honestly, I still feel that it's Ndlozi, man. Radio is not there. It's not his destination.
True.
He can move anywhere else, and he can move anywhere that's very influential to society, to the political structures.
True.
You know what I'm saying?
True.
Just because he's on radio doesn't mean he's now an entertainment.
True.
Entertainment individual now. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
true.
He's still a political.
Now you're gonna see him reading the news.
No, he can't. That's not him. That's not him. Come on now.
He can't.
Come on now.
He can't.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So he still has that space to move into those positions that are gonna put a lot of value in society, put a lot of value on the political space. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Put a lot of value in South Africa as a whole.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's just that now, okay, he might have moved into the radio space, but that doesn't tame him.
I was gonna and also then thank you for saying that, because I think you have alluded a little bit to what I wanted to ask you. But I was gonna ask you was, do you think, Guti, irrespective of where he's at, he's Ndlozi. We're still gonna feel him as society.
Exactly.
And we're still gonna feel the same amount of impact that we felt with him when he was in parliament.
Yeah.
Is that how you feel?
Yeah.
Okay.
Literally, that's how I feel.
Okay.
Amen.
Okay.
Right. Ndlozi.
Okay. I respect that. I can take that. And I think I'll say to somewhat I agree to what you're saying. I think partially. And I think the reason why I agree partially is because, and for me, I really wanted him in that chamber. It is because, you know, growing up as a child, and when you don't know role models, people in parliament are the easiest things that you can find as role models, right? Up until you really realize, oh no, actually Robert in next door can be my role model. You understand?
Praise Mongz, KoGae.
You understand?
Hashtag.
You understand? Yeah, up until you realize that, but you realize that once you grow older, you understand? But when you're still a child, you tend to think good role models are people like your ministers, the people who are members of parliament, the people who are, and for that, to a black child, I know it does a lot. And for me, like I say, and you're right, man. For me personally, this is how I feel also. Personally, that guy can do anything he wants. You understand? Like, nobody is here to tell him nothing. You understand? If he feels like he wants to do this, he can just do that. And I think he has done it. But I want to say, for me, and I want to speak on personally my influence and his influence to me. You understand? And I think his influence to a lot more other South African kids that maybe he might have influenced, not necessarily I. Yeah, but I want to speak as what he did for me. Best believe, Manais, when I was coming up, when the EFF was formed, we was university. You understand? Like literally we was university. When EFF and Malema was expelled, basically we was in university, and we've seen all of that. And to have seen somebody who transformed from that expulsion to being a member of parliament and being able to influence people inside parliament, for me, like I said, not for me, he has influenced me a lot. And for me to see a lot of them, not even just him as Mbuyiseni, but even Floyd, even Malema, and so many other fighters that are there. But especially the top three, and the top three I think for everybody else, especially as far as media is concerned, I think those top three, Mbuyiseni, Malema, and Floyd, were the famous ones. You understand? And I don't know, it was because of the relationship that they had, but I want to talk about his influence to me. 10 years back, I could not walk inside a boardroom with my hair looking like this, and anybody was gonna take me serious. You catch me? And best believe, I had Mbuyiseni explaining his whole reason behind why he decided to stop combing his hair and decided to be like, fuck it, I'm not gonna do this thing. You understand? He said it was a real struggle every morning with the comb that he had to go through. He didn't want to do that anymore, and that's why he's like, fuck it, I'm not gonna comb my hair anymore. You understand? But him deciding that he's not just gonna comb his hair anymore, I know my own reason, and my own reason is it's not the fact that I could not comb my hair. I can comb my hair, but the reason why I could do it is because of he was able to be in parliament with his hair like that, and people accepted him. I'm gonna speak about me. From that, I could see, okay, cool. My hairstyle does not define where I come from. You understand? The fact that my hair looks like this does not really need to define where I come from, bro. I could still be here and present reasonable facts for you to take me like a serious person. You understand? So, because of that, I can say that yes, he did influence me. I don't know how many other people, but for me, in terms of that, he did. and I'm wearing my hair proudly right now. Nobody can come and tell me go cut your hair, and they have done it for my whole career. To say that cut your hair. I'm not, and you know why I'm not gonna cut my hair.
Why is that though?
It is because of, firstly, I'm proud wearing my hair, but secondly, it's because of, yes, Mbuyiseni made me feel proud when he wore his hair like that in Parliament, and he could still come in Parliament and debate toe to toe with these guys. You understand? And for that, for me as a black child, it did a lot for me. And that's why I really feel like him moving to radio, it's not really, we're not gonna see him anymore. We're gonna hear him. We're not gonna see him though. But sometimes some of these motherfuckers needs to see you for you to really get, for them to really get you.
It's not the end. It's not the end of it.
And I think that's what he said too.
Yeah.
But sometimes they gotta see you, my nigga.
Yeah.
Sometimes they gotta really see the tears in your face for them to really hear or for them to really see that you're crying. Because sometimes if you're just telling them you're crying and they don't see you, sometimes they just don't take you serious. But to tell you the truth, I think the only people who most of the time who listen to radio is either old heads, or people who are really serious about life, or kids, because they just have no other choice. They just gotta listen to radio because the old heads listen to radio. You understand? But I feel good to the younger generation or the middle class generation. I don't feel like it's on radio like that. Like the podcast space is growing. That's where the middle class generation, I feel like it's on more of the time. You understand? TV had been killing radio for a while right now. You understand? And not saying that radio is not the space, but unless if they turn that Mbuyiseni Ndlozi breakfast show into like some YouTube podcast / radio show, then we're talking something else. Because he got the magnitude to actually pull that, to pull the YouTube numbers, to pull all these other podcast numbers.
He has that influence.
You understand? So that's why I say, Gucci, come on, this is somebody who the 3+ something million people know, and they're still rooting for today. You understand? So that's just how I feel. You understand?
No. I think let's see how it goes, though.
Let's see how it goes.
Let's really see how it goes. But
one thing that I would say, for me, bro, this is what I'll say. Hey, my king, if it's really that hard, just go back to fucking politics, my guy.
Man, you can do,
bro.
I'm like, he can do anything.
Just go back to fucking politics.
Can literally do
and believe me, you don't. And I understand you gotta pay for your house, you gotta pay for your livelihood. And I get that, but please make sure that you still gonna be in politics, because of very, you can't go anywhere. Come on, you can't go anywhere.
I think he'll find his way back.
Yeah, you can't go anywhere.
You know, really,
and he shouldn't go anywhere beside in this party, in the same party. You cannot go anywhere. Yes, because we are here, bro. We are all here. You understand? It's only right.
Now let's just see how it goes. But you know, there's another big thing that actually happened, Doc. You know, we spoke about it in the previous episode.
Okay.
And a nigga had a huge event, perform at a huge event. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
You know, the Kendrick and Drake beef has been going on for a while, ass dogs. And the big shit that happened that recently was the Super Bowl performance.
Yes.
And it was big.
It was big. That's all I wanna say. All I wanna say, Mina.
So yeah, as a
Kendrick fan,
exactly.
Yeah. Oh, that's all I wanna say. Man, all I wanna say is great set, great performance, great artist, great songs, great everything. Like great galore, my nigga.
Great galore.
like come on. That Super Bowl performance was dope, man. The Samuel L. Jackson, Like, my guy, do you know somebody just cuts into the bro? It just cuts into the mix like nothing happened. Like Kendrick could be doing all this shit, and then as soon as he's done, someone just cuts into the mix like nothing just happened. He's like he was there the whole time.
Yeah, he's just chilling there the whole time. Don't forget the Williams girl, the Williams woman, you know, Serena Williams.
Bro, no, 100. Come on,
There
and
was
I'm
so many-
getting there, bro. Like, but
There was so
also
much
with the
in there.
Caesar, like Caesar
Yo.
came through and she did her thing, bro. Like, for me, and I hear a lot of people they're saying that Kendrick made this thing a moment and did not made this whole Super Bowl performance about a moment. Like, saying that Super Bowl sometimes is about, when most artists who go there, they go there to perform or to showcase their lifetime discography. I don't know if I got that word right.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, they go there to showcase their lifetime discography. So, and then they were saying that with Kendrick, he went there to showcase a moment, not a lifetime, whatever. Here's my thing, my nigga. That shit was fly. I'll tell you that. That shit is viral.
All you hear.
Everybody's doing the TikTok challenge.
Klar.
Must have done a bit, ho.
Ho? Mustard on the beat, ho? That's all you hear, dog.
Oh,
Yo, man,
shit.
That's all you
Bro.
hear, bro.
And the
That's all you hear.
Serena Williams. When she came through with come on. Bro, when I saw the Serena Williams there, I thought I was dreaming. I thought, but this girl looks familiar, bro.
That come not
I thought this one looks familiar. I was like, ah.
Yo, man. And then Samuel, yo, man.
And
Oh,
come
my
on.
God.
And
No,
also,
Yeah.
also, I want to say this. Also, my king, he kept it street.
Yeah, kept it street. Very kept it. He kept it Kelly.
And also,
He
also,
kept
that's
it
why when I want to tell you the honest truth, when I saw the whole Super Bowl performance and how he laid out the stage, I thought about there's this one time performance that Casper did, I think 2 years or a year back, where he had actually designed his stage like it's a Scassi street to street.
Was that Questa?
It was Questa.
Questa for his one-man show.
Well, in Emperors, right?
Yeah.
And he did that, and he had the street lights, and he was thinking that he was in the street vibe, and he was performing in that fun of that shit.
Yeah.
When I saw the Kendrick, that's the only thing that I thought about.
Yeah.
But that shit was a banger, though. Like,
Now that's dope, man.
even that cipher that he had with the nigga, boom, 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 boom. When he's performing Men at the Gardens, I'm like, oh, okay. But you know which one is my favorite
Tell
song?
me.
Don't tell me. Take a guess. Which one is my favorite song?
I forgot the name of the song. I forgot the name of the song,
You
man.
know it.
I know.
Peekaboo.
Yeah, there you go. I want to forget the name of the song.
Oh my god. Oh bro,
Yeah.
Peekaboo was fucking fly. And how you put the boo on them niggas, man. Come on, man. Come on, bro.
So when I was a kid,
Like-
flag, you were just like, yeah, man.
Now, as a Kendrick fan, bro, in that
that's
moment,
that shit.
you are enjoying it. And here's the thing, bro. Like, I know some of these Drake fans are trying to push the narrative. You're going to Kendrick bots this, Kendrick bots. Bro, there's nothing like fucking bars, bro. We are in deep Africa. It's nothing like fucking bars out here. Like, for a nigga to get a fucking internet, it's a luxury out here. For me to hop in the internet is a fucking luxury.
Data's expensive, man.
Data is fucking expensive out here. So don't come and tell us go to Kendrick's bots this and that. We know. Come on, my nigga.
Yeah,
Come
man.
on, my
Yeah,
nigga.
man.
Like, we here.
Yeah, man. Well, what I can say, from the other side. Let me just say it from the other side as a Drake fan.
All right.
No,
All right.
because I look at things very holistically. I look at things very subjectively. Drake shit on the side. That was a nice performance. There was a whole lot of, how can I say, not necessarily, I don't want to call them jabs, but there's a lot of intricate information that is sprinkled across the performance. You know what I'm saying? Just to, I don't want to say highlight the whole moment and beef and whatnot with that, but just little things.
Let me ask you this thing.
But from a creative point of view, now, it's beautiful.
It was beautiful.
I understand people are saying that no, you know, as a Super Bowl thing, you need to highlight your catalog and whatnot. But yo, man, we need to move with the times.
Performing that catalog.
We need to move with the times, man. You. We can't keep things the same for years and years and years.
And here's the thing. I know people wanna pin GNX on with GNX because of GNX was around the time when Kendrick dissed and had the beef.
Yeah.
Now they wanna put GNX, like the whole GNX album is about the diss to Drake and everything. And they don't wanna recognize the beauty or how much of a beautiful album that is. Because they just wanna pin it into the beef, and because it's pinned to the beef, then it cannot be recognized. No, bro, that GNS, that TV off, that master. Come on, man.
Turn the TV.
Come on.
Yeah, man.
You understand?
No, I mean, so, artistically, so everything was just very beautiful.
It was.
Forget about the beef and all of that. It was presented nice.
Yeah, and
it was very simple.
Thank you.
It wasn't all over the place.
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying? That you go left, you go right, you need to fly, you need all the stuff like that.
You got things pulling you to the side.
There's a lot happening.
And also, and I think I don't know if this is something that we can really talk about or maybe highlight, or maybe give more recognition to rappers who perform like this. But you know that he did not have the backup tracks, right?
No, not at all. It was just him live.
Yeah,
and that's fucking hard to do.
Yeah, that's the only thing that I'm going to
be consistent, not only for one track, but the whole performance.
Still get to that TV off with that stamina, and your voice is not scratchy or whatsoever. Nothing.
Clean.
Yeah, man, that might just go down as the best Super Bowl performance thus far. Man, that's what I'm going to say about the whole Kendrick shit, bro.
But did you want to say something on top of that?
Nah, I think I'm good. I think I'm good.
I had a fucking question in my mind because we spoke about beef. This beef has been going on for what?
For 2 years, for a year, maybe it's going for a second year now.
The other thing I was thinking about the other day now is that is international beef, or let's say states beef.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So we've had our own types of beef here in SA, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
We know the names. We don't really have to say them, but if you want to say them, you can say them, you know what I'm saying?
I think.
But
okay.
The thing I really wanted to ask, because it was a question that popped into my head the other day, is that the beef that happens in SA, regardless of the name and whatnot, man, do you think it's as profitable as much as beef that happens in the States? You know what I'm saying? And I'm talking about currently now. I'm not talking about like
previously.
Those type of beefs. Yeah. I'm just literally like now.
Let me say, in SA.
In SA. In South Africa.
Let me say this thing in general. Let me start highlighting it in general. In general, excuse me. In general, beef is profitable. I would like to think that, and especially in the sport that we are in, you understand? In the sport that we are in, it's profitable because of it's more about competition, and competition most of the time it's matter of I'm gonna bet my eggs or I'm gonna bet my money with such and such and not such and such. So because of that, there's a lot of money that is going to be at play. You understand? So beef in general, even it could be with teams, you understand? We can talk even with like football teams, like for us to have a Soweto Derby, the Kaizer Chiefs and all, but for them to be so big is because there's so much invested in there, and because of the rivalry, that's why I think the Soweto Derby is still the only match that can fill up that Soweto stadium like that. That's what beef does. You understand? It really supposed to do that, and it has done that. So beef like that generally supposed to be profitable. I promise you, irrespective of what, as long as there's money involved in whatever industry that you guys are beefing in. It could be in boxing, it could be in whatever, but it's supposed to pump up the number. It's supposed to do that. But I think in South Africa, I don't think that it's really doing that. But I'll tell you one thing that it has actually done, and I don't want to always go back to this, but most of the time, one thing that I'll tell you is this thing. The biggest beef that we have seen in South African hip hop, it was the AKA and Casper Nyovest. And God bless the dead. And I might be wrong, and correct me if I am, but Casper Nyovest is not as big if the beef with AKA never happened. You check. Maybe vice versa. You understand? But the reason why AKA and Casper Nyovest had to really be the face of hip hop in South Africa for the longest time running, to date, I would say, it is because of that beef that they had. I don't know, was it a serious beef or not a serious beef, but it's because of that beef that they had. It is because of we as fans, and I'm a Casper Nyovest fan, but I like AKA, and I like AKA. You understand? And I'm sure there's AKA fans who still like Casper Nyovest music and vice versa. You understand? But what I'm saying, the beef kept on just feeding into whatever, and I feel like Casper Nyovest is a little bit slow since AKA has been gone. I'm sorry to say that, but that's what beef does. Beef's supposed to do that, and especially if it's a real beef. I feel like the AKA and Casper Nyovest beef was the real beef. I don't think that was like orchestrated type bullshit. I feel like, and not that it was real beef, like they really wronged each other, but they just didn't click with each other.
Yeah, but I think they also respected each other.
100%.
As much as they were beefing, they respected each other.
And that's why I say to you, Guti, it's not Guti they had wronged each other, but it's just that they just, I don't fuck with you, you don't fuck with me, fine, cool. But because of we genuinely seen them that they don't fuck with each other, that's why it became so profitable, and that's why to date we still don't have a Casper Nyovest AKA feature. And because of they took it like that, they took it like, you know what, this is big, and this is what we what we go off of. So it was for me, and like I might be wrong, like I say, but that's how I believe Guti, the reason why it went on to become so big, and the reason why also Casper Nyovest can come in and fill in the stadiums and do that. We did that because we wanted to really show our boy that we behind you. The industry might give you the cold shoulder,
but as fans,
but we gonna show you that we are behind you. It was not only just Casper Nyovest experiment, it was us as the fans experiment as well, to say, but can we do this? Can we take one of our own very up there? And we did that. You understand? And I could say, because of at the time, Vele, with AKA, I could say that AKA at the time was the Drake, was the one who was likable. Casper Nyovest was the underdog. That's why AKA said on that composure, Goti, I should have took you under my wings. You understand? Casper Nyovest was the underdog, and that's why I say, Goti, from us fans, we just wanted to show you, Goti, you can still show you, Goti, the underdog can still come up on top. And they did it, and they had that long running before, and they respected each other, like you say. That's why when he did fill up FNB, AKA showed up. He didn't show up because of we beefing and all of that, but he just showed up to show, you know what you're doing for hip hop, for the game, is dope. And believe me, you couldn't have never done this if I wasn't influencing the other side. And me and him being there, it was just the fact that, okay, cool, I want to show the other side, and I want to show your side that we're still doing it for the love of the game.
We're doing it for the culture. You understand?
So that's just how I feel. But other than that, I don't feel like it's profitable, especially in SA. Other than that, I don't feel like SA beef, it is profitable. And we're not promoting SA, we're not promoting beef. You know what I'm saying? And also, man, every time when I think about beef, especially with these fucking celebrities and these fucking artists, bro, that shit gotta be games. You see how people go to work, and then they get on phone calls with clients, and then they trick them into taking up things. That's how it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be a game. Supposed to come here, trick your fans. Not usually, maybe, yeah, but just make it nice for us, please. Because that's what I'm trying to really say. And be your organic self, but don't take it too personal, my nigga. Like, don't take it too personal.
Yeah,
that's the only thing that I'm going to say. It's a job.
It's a job, dog.
It's a job, and I understand sometimes there's beef, even in jobs where there is beef that that can lead to.
Yo, man, you're not gonna like everyone, dog. You know what I'm saying? You know, we term it differently depending on what situation you're in. Maybe in a professional environment, you might not call it beef. Yeah. Maybe socially, you might call it beef. Yeah. But maybe you just don't fuck with the nigga.
You understand? And sometimes you just don't fuck with him. Like, I don't want this nigga. Like, and it's not that he done anything wrong to you or anything, but you guys' vibes just don't click.
They don't click. It's just okay. It's life.
It's okay. It's life.
It's fucking life.
Not everybody's going to like you, or you going to like everybody as well. Now, give yourself some credit when you don't like some people. It's okay to not like everybody. To not like everybody. It's okay.
And it's okay not to like things. You know, we don't like the same things.
Thank you.
And you know, when I'm thinking about that, you know, I'm thinking about a particular artist.
Which one is that though?
A particular international artist.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
he goes to the big boss. He goes to the big boss.
Oh my God.
He goes to the big boss. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So the big boss.
What's up with the big boss?
AKA Rick Ross.
Rose.
You know what I'm saying? Rose.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know, he had an advert with Pick and Pay. Yeah, you know. But before we even get to the advert now, let's just talk about Rick Ross on SA culture and, you know, interacting with SA culture. Has he, what's your take on Rick Ross on South African culture, even before we get to the advert, you know? You know what I'm saying?
Okay, for me, I feel like Ross has been the one artist out of all artists from abroad who has interacted with our culture. Yeah, I'll say that. I don't know if it's right for me to say that he has worked with a lot of artists. He's the one single artist who has worked with a lot of artists in SA. I might be wrong as well, because I don't know these things. I mean, I'm just taking them.
There's only 2 artists, if I remember. He started with Questa.
Yeah, he did one with Questa a long time ago.
Recently now with Usimaman.
But like I say, I think for that's the only thing that I could honestly pin him to our culture. Like, other than that, yeah, we all love Rose, and we go back to the days of the boss. Like, yeah. we know 100% who Rose is, and we love him. Yeah. And I think he has been around like that on our culture. You understand? I think also it's because of I think maybe it might be because of it's not hard to get hold of him. Maybe he's more.
Yeah, not. I mean, this time around, you know, like where he is right now, as a person,
But do you think then though, because of like the Questa, when Questa got him when he was still.
Was he doing Maybach Music? Maybach Music, the album.
It was after the Maybach Music, the album, but I would say it was. But them niggas have been gone for a while.
Yeah.
Like, all them Maybach niggas has been gone for a while. Yeah. I will only say to you that the only person who's still been really intact is him, Rose. You understand? And Vele, by the time when Costa got it, Vele,
he was still Rose. He was still Rose. He was still Rose. You know what I'm saying?
And he did one for the culture. And also, one thing that I want to say to you, Gucci, I want to ask myself, Gucci, every time when he always come this side and he does this, like, projects with these people on it, or was he always coming this side to do something of his own, and then he ended up being, and there's nothing wrong with that, everybody does that anyway, or is it a matter of he had to fly specifically for instance, with my money to just come shoot the video with him, or do the song with him? You understand? Like, for instance, recently he has been in the country. Hence he's on the fucking Pick and Pay. You understand? So you can only tell you got these people, because I saw him with a trolley. I saw him with a fucking smash shopper. I saw him inside a Pick and Pay. So.
Saying the big palooza, big price palooza, saying all the things. Saying all the things.
What the fuck is big palooza?
Wait,
What the fuck is palooza? What is price palooza? Let's start there.
I have no fucking clue, dog. I don't even know if that's a word. I don't know if there's a description for that shit.
You check. My thing is. I
have no idea.
And don't get me wrong. I like me some rose. But I feel like that ad for me does not talk to me. Let me just tell you that the ad does not talk to me. The only thing that makes me every time like be like, oh, this ad is coming on, it is because of every single time they fucking Rick Ross with my screen, and they sing, I do it, and I'm like, okay,
we're here.
Okay,
yeah, we're here.
And then we're here. You understand?
You know what I'm saying? No, it's I don't know. I don't know how it's in touch with like the whole cultural impact, you know, in terms of South Africa, you know. Yes, Ross has collaborated with two South African artists, you know what I'm saying? But in a sense where you're in touch with the ordinary South African. How many ordinary South Africans know who Rick Ross is? You know what famous song is he known for? You know what I'm saying? So I don't know how the collaboration came about or what impact it was supposed to achieve. But it's kind of weird. It's kind of weird, man.
It looks weird.
It's kind of weird, though.
It looks weird. Ross pushing that guy inside that trolley.
You know what I'm like?
I like for me, it just looks weird.
Yo, man,
Ross pushing that guy. And also, I just wanted to ask you, where does this guy keep popping off from as well? But anyway, it's cool. Pick and Pay decided to give the bag to Ross.
You know what I'm saying?
But I think, man, my thing is, my king, that ad has zero cultural sense of whatsoever, or maybe I don't even know if I'm looking for the proper word, but I can't find it. But as far as culture is concerned, I feel like they should have went with Mamai rather than Ross. If honestly, they wanted us to really relate to that advert.
Yeah, you know, now that I'm thinking about something like, you know, when you used to see these big brands on doing adverts and whatnot. Nah? For example, now Rick Ross is a hip hop artist. You know what I'm saying? Do you see, or I don't know? Okay, I don't see big brands. Collaborating with like your Usimamani, so these different kind of local artists on adverts like that, because I don't watch TV as much.
Why do you think that though?
Yeah, I don't know. That's my question I was gonna pose. Like, why don't we see like your KO?
But remember, Caspanyo Verse did the whole Samsung thing, right? Or was it a Samsung thing? Or
it was a Samsung. Yeah, I forgot what phone it was.
Yeah, he did the whole Samsung thing where he was really talking about so many money.
Name another one from the top of your head.
Especially
you
like
mentioned
a big
Samsung.
brand.
You mentioned Pick and Pay. Which other brands you use on a daily?
Well, I know now. Chicken Licking is done as shot an advert with Kulichana, 25K
and.
KFC. Is it KFC?
It's KFC.
I thought it was Chicken Licking.
No, it's KFC. Chicken Licking that who's that?
Bro, I thought it was fucking Chicken Licking.
No, it's KFC. They have an official song and whatnot, but that is beautiful to see. That is beautiful to see. You know what I'm saying? That's okay, fine. It's Cooley. There's Usimamani. There's Blackie. I saw there was 25K as well.
There's 25K. Yes.
That's beautiful to see. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying.
Not like a Rick Ross type of thing. But what other brands that we use on a daily basis here in South Africa that we see that type of advertising and endorsement?
And they pull like a South African.
Thank you. Yeah. I saw Uber Eats had Pops last year. I don't. It's still running right now.
Pops is a comedian. I believe the comedian space runs.
But we're just talking about entertainment as a
true.
Yeah.
But you know why I say the comedian space runs? I feel like the comedian space is still safe in SA. Or it's a safe space. Especially, and the reason why I say it's a safe space, if you are big enough, like Mpo Pops, and you are a comedian, you are safe.
Yeah, I see.
You understand? So every brand can attach themselves to you. You're safe. But as a rapper, or for instance, the word rapper, it carries a lot with it.
Yeah.
Especially that most brands most of the time don't want to associate themselves with.
But I was gonna say that.
Do you understand?
I was gonna say that most brands that are associated with rappers are
Clothing
brands, or
whiskey brands,
or whiskey brands, alcohol brands. I recently saw one with e-cigarettes. You know what I'm saying? So it's always those syntax type of brands. You know what I'm saying? Alcohol.
Yeah, it's always gonna be a brand that is like condoms.
Yeah.
Like condoms, they'll put it to a rapper. Like it gotta be like that. It gotta be this weird ass. Like it can never be like a family vibe.
It's not a family.
Like it can never be a family friendly, but
No.
a product. Then they associate it to a rapper. No, they want.
So now that you think, like, does a rapper have to be, or the image or the perception have to be very clean for them to get those endorsements? Does it really have to be very, very clean to get those type of endorsements? Like your Pick and Pay, like your maybe your ShopRite, or maybe your yes, they usually get Total Sports and clothing and stuff like that, but
here's the
discovery,
thing. And I think you're
know what I'm saying? Discovery.
I think you're posing a very, very valid question, and a very good question. But I think also it goes with the company, because the company, remember, company, they always go with the image.
True that.
And that we want to identify as. And with the company wanting to identify as such, they always go with things that they want to identify with. So, to tell you the honest truth, because as a rapper, you're going to do a lot of music that is different, and different in a sense that the one song might be polite, the next song might be very aggressive.
Yeah, true.
And that's just the type of job that you do. It's not that you wanted to do that, but because of that's just the type of job you do. So maybe because of that.
Can I put a curveball?
Yeah, what's up?
Let me put a curveball. Do you not think that it's especially very commercial artists, like I don't want to mention names, but this particular point, but very commercial artists, very mainstream, do you not think they have medical aid? Do you not think they have, not even like the highest medical aid, but they have some sort of insurance? There's all these different brands that do insurance, that cover medical bills, that whatnot. Are they not customers?
Yeah.
Do they not deserve, but do they not have that opportunity to be that brand ambassador for those type of brands?
I think they do have an opportunity, and believe me, I feel good if, like, specifically speaking of medical aid, if brands like medical aids and these other traditionally household brands started utilizing rappers as their faces, I think they will see more. They will see their needle move up. I'll see that's the one that I'm saying. There will be a slight difference, and as far as more money coming in. And that's the thing that I really want to say. But like I say, it always goes back to that thing I got to, it's the image. Yeah, it's that thing I got to. We got a song called 2000, and in 2000 we're talking about she want the vibe, man, she want the baby.
I still gotta go to the hospital, nigga.
I still gotta go to the hospital. Babies, we still needs to go to the hospital, man.
I still gotta be covered.
And
I still gotta be insured, you know what I'm saying? As much as I'm rapping about, the nice time, heavy, I gotta sip on a Henny, I gotta, you know what I'm saying? I'm still gotta go do a full body checkup just to make sure that I still need to be in top shape.
Yeah.
To perform the songs that I create.
Well, what I can say is it is an interesting fact.
Yeah.
An interesting question that you're posing. But based on how companies deal, I feel like rappers are always the last or the least on their list.
True.
And every time when a company goes with a rapper, just know that company is about to go liquidation. It's about to. It's just about to go through liquidation, and they're like, you know what? Fuck it. Maybe the last thing they could save our shit
is the top rapper.
Is that fucking Rose? You know what I'm saying? And then that's the only time they will bring up a rapper, and then probably they do that and they bring it up there. You understand? Yeah. But I think that's the only time I think there has ever been the situation, or most of the time it happens.
True.
But for me, I think going back to the whole Pick and Pay thing with Rose, I like Rose, I like Pick and Pay, but I feel like that Rose Pick and Pay advert is just weird. They should have put a regular nigga on that ad. I would have been loving myself that ad. So right now with Rose, every time when that ad comes on, I'm like, it's cringe-worthy. That's what I want to say.
Amen.
You understand? I'm like,
as you said, man, we like ourselves some Rose, but some things just don't connect, man.
I mean, it didn't connect. It didn't connect. Especially in this room, didn't connect, man. Like, I mean, for me, like I say, there's very Usmamani. I think Usmamani is the new kid right now, and he's very doing well. The kids love Usmamani, bro. You understand?
That nigga shops.
You understand? Groceries? I'm sure he goes out and got some groceries. They could have put. Come on, and even if it's, I think Umadlera as well. Like all the niggas that Madera represent, I think they go to the shops as well.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about. Like, we do daily things. As much as we are we're artists, entertainers, call some people celebrities and whatnot. We do normal shit. We go get groceries.
Yeah.
We get medical aid. We need medical bills. We get insured. You know what I'm talking about, you know? So that's just my thought on it.
So I think the only last thing that I want to say is that I know that Rose is coming back to SA on the 3rd of May. Which is good, and I think I don't want this to be took as like we do not like Rose. We don't want. I think that's good, and I think we love the fact that he keeps on coming back to this.
Every day we're hustling, man.
You understand? Every day we hustling. Exactly. I think I like the fact that he keeps on coming back to SA. He's touring the country. He's making our I think also him coming this side, he's making our whole entertainment life to boom. You know, because that's the people who are interested in the entertainment world, they thrive off that. And no, so if he comes this side, really, I'm sure he's gonna be a big thing, and we want that. But please don't get him on the next event, please.
Yeah, man.
Just leave
if
him.
We're gonna get him an event, at least try to be very relatable to the South African culture and South African landscape.
Thank you.
That's all we're just asking.
Why couldn't they get him to say something South African then?
Yeah, just say Mzansi.
If they could get,
they used to, back in the day, just Mzansi for sure. Now maybe they expect more.
No, here's the thing. That's one thing that I'll say. They got him to say that guy's word. The guy on the ad with him's word.
What word was it?
Scappy or Spikey or
what's that now?
What is that guy's name? The guy who's rapping with him on the song. You said he's a comedian.
Yeah, he's a comedian guy. I forgot his name right now. Now that the camera's on, I forget his name. Goodness me. But yeah, man, that guy. What's his name?
I would have searched him right or now. Something like that. Search it, bro.
Yeah,
like,
man. Like.
But one thing that I say, they made him
Skalk Bezedenhout, man.
Yeah, but he's AKA Vele. Like he said it. He says it. Ross says he's AKA this nigga AKA on
yeah, Skalk Bezedenhout.
Why didn't they just get him to say Mahala for everyone? Mahala. Just Mahala.
I tell you, just a simple word. Just one word. Just to be relatable, dog. Just to be relatable.
If they got him saying Mahala or Hosa. You know what I'm saying? Bro, that would have been dope. We don't want to say we're not saying make up or come up with a new vernacular word. Yeah. There's a lot of famous vernacular words. That's just as soon as you say for sure, we know Guti, you are definitely South African. For sure. You understand?
So many celebrities, international celebrities have said that, dog.
You understand? Like there's been and simple words. Not even it's gotta be like a hard word.
Nah.
You know, like tatlaganya. That might be.
That'll be difficult.
But you know, just get him like a word. Buzz, like a simple buzzword that we have always been using, which
Danko.
At least Danko, you know. I would have been fucking with it.
You know what I'm saying?
But he's coming up with the whole Prize Palooza. I'm like, I don't even know what Prize Palooza is.
Like,
that's where I'm at. I'm like, I don't even know what the fuck Palooza is,
you
my
know,
king. And
literally,
and then you know, what did I say there?
On searching on Google, Palooza, spelled P-A-L-O-O-Z-A.
Mm-hmm.
Is a suffix used to describe a large or exciting event, such as a music festival or food festival. It can also be used to describe an
extravagant event.
No, exaggerated.
Exaggerated.
Yeah, exaggerated event. Wow.
So I don't know what Pick and Pay's trying to do, bro.
So I don't know. But
I don't know what do you guys
tying it into to that other event that Ross is gonna be at.
No, but before that, do you think Gucci they wanted to get the All I Do Is Win?
How many songs has that song played on adverts or whatever promotional content?
Maybe they didn't want to pay. They didn't want to pay for it, or you think you still gonna have to pay for it?
What for that?
For the song.
I mean, it's someone's song. Someone's gonna get paid.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. They're just like, no, if we get Ross and that shit,
yeah, man.
maybe he might just say yes, and we only gotta pay him. Cause he's
I don't know the price, pricing structure, but hey, man, it was a wild thing to do.
Maybe they just wanted to get there, and maybe they wanted to tie All I Do Is Win with Ross. But at the end of the day, you guys wanted to tie All I Do Is Win with Ross. You guys never cared about tying Ross to us.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, if that's the case, but
I'll just leave it as that.
I like try to get who and try to put some of the females artists on, bro. Like, why aren't female artists being put on? That's the one that I'm going to say, and not say female celebrities, because female celebrities they flourish in so many ways or in their different roles, but female artists like rappers or singers, especially locally, I don't think that people have really paid them any mind.
Yeah, but I think we're gonna touch on the local artists soon. But I think you also wanted to highlight on that Ross event, simply still on.
Oh yeah. No, true.
Still
I think Ross is coming back also to SA on the 3rd of May in Durban. So I think that's good. Like I say, I think that's good for the country, you know, and for the entertainment industry. You understand? That is good. It pumps up our numbers. I'm gonna say it pumps up our numbers, and if the numbers are going up, then it means that shit like this can happen more often.
Yeah.
And like the whole Chris Brown shit, you know, like how you guys
flying
feel.
in the stadium.
Yeah, I understand. You understand? Yeah. So yeah, that's what I say. I'm sure after people see that Chris Brown could come here and do a fill up 2 days in a row. Yeah. More artists be like, I can go to SA if I'm in that state.
Yeah.
Like the Drake type vibe. I'm sure they'd be like, I can go there and fill up that stadium too.
But I feel like there's a sort of a wave, especially with American artists coming to Africa. Not only South Africa, but you know, you saw Kendrick Lamar go to Ghana. I think it was not last year, but the year before he dropped. I forgot which project it was.
The Big Steppers.
Yeah, I think it was the Big Steppers. So before he dropped it, he went to Ghana and stuff like that. So the different artists.
But do you think that these guys go to Ghana to perform, or they just go there for vacation?
It depends exactly what the intention.
I think they go for vacation.
I don't think it's only vacation.
I think they go for vacation.
I don't honestly think it's
I feel
think
like
for different reasons.
I feel like
depending on who the entertainer is.
They've expressed, most people from these states have expressed how beautiful Ghana is. And They are click all these people.
But I'm not even talking about Ghana. I'm talking about the rest of Africa.
Okay.
You know what I'm talking about?
But Ghana specifically, if you're gonna tell me any nigga been to Ghana, I know they say
True.
it's a sight to see.
Even Central C has been to Africa before he dropped the album, dog.
Which country?
He had a feature with this particular African artist. I forgot the name, but now because it's not coming to me right now. You know what I'm saying? So he's not okay. He's from UK, but I'm just specifically talking about a few African American entertainers. They've been, for some reason, they've been coming here. I don't know how you say it, like for vacation reasons. Some is just literally to connect to the continent. Some is literally just to look for because some come to look for property and come and stay this side.
True.
You know, South Africa as well. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But now I feel like we're off ramping quite a bit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's what I've noticed, especially with that type of wave. You know. But
one thing that I'm gonna say to you, when Ross was last time this side, I think maybe he had came for vacation purposes, and them Peg and Pay niggas was like, come on, come on now,
Ross was vacation.
You gotta get this, you gotta get
Ross
this.
was vacation, but there's some of the niggas that ride solo, you know, right below the radar.
Also my guy, just the one thing that we almost forgot, and I know this is going to be our longest one. But we are happy because this is episode 10. But I was gonna say the last thing that I want to make mention of, just maybe in passing, is that we did Back to the City last year. It was fantastic. It was very, very nice. Then Back to the City niggas was lit, and Bonnie the Butcher was there, lit. It was lit, and there's just a lot. Maybe it's the conversation for a different day, but I just wanted to come back and just say before maybe we leave, to say that Back to the City was a jump.
Dope.
Was a jump. That's all that I want to say.
Okay.
You understand? So yeah, I think that's it for me. That's it for me.
Yeah. No, that's 100. I know you wanted to highlight some few new music.
No. One thing I want to say is that we're gonna plug some new music.
Yeah, some new music.
And I think for me, the music plug before we really check out what is really new, first and foremost, is Don't Be Shy season 1. You understand? Please check out our EP, bro. Yeah. We released it last year, November. It's been out for some time now, so please check that out. And then
yeah, man. That's excuse me, my voice just went. Excuse me. Yeah, no, man. That's the plug, man. I'm proud of that project. It just matured nicely. So yeah, if you haven't really listened to it, go ahead and listen to it.
I was gonna say maturing is maturing very nicely.
Yeah,
you understand? Maturing is maturing very nicely. Yeah, I'll tell you that.
That's true.
Because some of these songs, I remember when I heard them initially when they came out, and when I hear them now today, and I know the vibe that they give me, but they still give me that vibe. So they're maturing. Actually, they're maturing very nicely. Yeah, that's all I'm gonna say.
True. But Vele, on top of that, man, I know you had that one Big Zulu and Empty song that you wanted to highlight.
Yes.
So you can. I forgot the name of the song, but
21 Questions.
21 Questions.
Yeah,
21 Questions. Yeah.
21 Questions is out as well. Big Zulu and Empty. What do you think of that?
I haven't really listened to it, and I know it's been out for a while.
I've heard it.
Yeah, no, I've been on some other different tips, but you can tell me your
it's
I don't want to give like an off view.
No, but I was gonna ask you in terms of the Big Zulu and MT feature. What do you think of the Big Zulu MT feature? It's not necessarily that song.
You know when you from the cuff of it, it seems like a weird feature.
Okay.
Big Zulu MT. Because they had the
whole
manufactured beef or back and forth or whatever is happening there. I don't know what's happening, but it's a weird thing to weird two artists, for me personally, weird two artists to put together. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, if the music works, let it rip.
Let
it rip.
Yeah. So I think because I heard the music, I've heard the song. the song is it's okay. I wouldn't say it's bad. It's empty after all. Like I say, it's empty. Even Big Zulu one day is not bad, honestly. I mean, most of the time I just like these niggas when they rap more. More than when they. And I know that sometimes I do that because I'm an artist after all. I gotta do it, but I just would like to invest more in the rapping shit than when I'm doing the other stuff. But it's an okay song. I wouldn't really say that. You see, for me, every single time when I want a feature like that to happen, the song gotta be big though. Like every time when and to whoever artist, like for instance to us, let me talk to us. Should we get an MT feature? Should we get a Matlera Doughboy feature? Should we get a KO feature? Should we get a Kulichana feature? And I'm saying this to say that because of now, remember, this is somebody who is in a space that we are not in. You cannot just put them on a feature because of you feel like, okay, the song is nice and you want them on that song. The song gotta make sense. Because if the song makes sense, it's gonna be nice regardless. You understand? But I feel like sometimes some of these features, they are like you want somebody on a feature and you get them on a feature, but then the feature does not really come up as big as the two names that are in that feature.
It happens because you never know what happens in the studio. You know what I'm saying? As much as you as an artist, you might come with like a very positive and collaborative
attitude.
You know what I'm saying? Sometimes things just don't click in the studio, and it's not because you guys are not. How can I say? You guys have something against each other. It's just that the energy.
Let me tell you something, and I wanna give you something. You see what KO did with Madlera. That's what we call a feature.
That's a proper feature.
And the reason why I'm saying that, because I feel like, I don't know if KO did the song,
but you know what,
and then he thought, who can I put on here? Or Ganja. But that's what you want to get from a feature. You don't want to get just an okay song.
True. But you know what the funny thing is, that we as people who see on the outside, it could be his first take, and that's the dopest first take, and that's the thing that landed on the song. Or it could be refined takes, maybe a second, third take. And I'm talking from an artist point of view who's in the studio. I'm not talking about like from a fan point of view. I mean, there's clips of Snoop Dogg and Dre in the studio. Dre tells Snoop, I think there was a clip I saw. Dre told Snoop Dogg, okay, that one I'm not really feeling on that one. Maybe adjust the line. And it's not to say that Snoop Dogg is not a dope artist. He's just literally just taking a creative direction. You know what I'm saying? So when you relate it to the songs like that, you know, it doesn't matter if it's the first, third, or what take. It's all about building the song. You know what I'm saying? You building the song to that point where it's actually to that moment, to that point where it is actually what you creatively thought about in your mind, and that's what the fans love. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because honestly, for me, I feel like, I just feel like if you want to put two big names, like Big Zulu right now is big. We can't deny the fact. MT is big, being big. But if you want to put those two names together, you want to really come up with a very classic song. You know, like what Big Zulu and Java probably did. And you see what Big Zulu and Java did with some of their songs. I feel like that's what you really call a feature.
That's a proper feature.
It was not a matter of
sake of
you know, because of well, we got this thing going on. Maybe we in studio together. Then fine, let's just drop a shit like the pick and pay shit. Okay, Dross is here. Or we got the cameraman here. You know what? We rolling. We shooting this thing.
It won't land as what you expected.
Yeah. It gotta be. For me, it gotta be organic, though. You understand? But yes, that's where it is. They got a song called 21 Question, man. It's nice. It's okay for me. For me, it's okay. Like I say, MT has got to a stage where he's Drake for me. Like there's nothing that he could do that I would feel like it's entirely bad. So that song is okay, but I feel like because I was singing Big Zulu on it, I was expecting more.
I just gotta go listen to it.
But it's just okay.
Let me go proper listen to it. But,
yeah, and I think the last 2 albums that I wanna plug is the K-Kid. The K-Kid just released an album right now called By the Bullet.
Okay.
We were listening to it earlier on. It's quite nice. I've heard it before, but it is quite nice. So I think I like K-Kid. I think I like K-Kid, and I think also. There's a younger released an album as well. A younger chief. It's called Lord Faku. What is I think the life of a Dian or something. Life of a Dian. Yeah.
Quickly. We can always check quickly.
Yeah.
It's a podcast.
Yeah, but yeah, it's like I say, yeah. That's what I know that has been out right now. Oh, how can I forget that? You understand? I see something popping up on your screen now when I'm talking about this. Yeah.
Lord Faku. The life of a Dian or Dian.
Yeah, well, I said Dian. I said Dian.
Yeah. Latest album from
younger chief. Yeah, so I think that's the new music that has dropped right now. But I saw something now when you were actually searching there.
Really?
I saw Pepe. How can you forget? How can you forget?
Our Mutakane. He's here. Silano.
You understand? So I think check out the short Kushoba, that's the name. That's the name of the song. Yeah. I think Keswanya Vez released a song called Hoshkaramai China. Yo, bro, when he said Karankama China, yo, he killed me. What else did I
Now we're gonna play the song for this shit.
No, play the song. Oh my god.
Yo, wait, hold on. We gotta play. Wait.
And fast forward to the Hoshkaramai.
Fast forward.
Oh, come on.
Hey, man. What?
Pepe, Kalila.
Hey, man. Why is it not?
Are you here?
There we go.
There we are. Now play.
What the hell?
Man, no, what the? Why does he not wanna play? And he is connected.
Yeah. Let me do this. Ah, man, we are feeling the vibe.
Nah, come on, my king.
Can't be.
And he says queen here, mus.
Can I just check my phone there? Shouldn't be the phone because it's connected to you.
Shouldn't be the phone. Because if he says it's connected.
Mana? Salila. Sama sonke. Salila. Hey. Hey.
Then how? Just before that.
Hey.
Kusho wena, salila, sama sonke, salila. Hi with you. Hi with you.
Oh
yeah,
my God,
man, that's what it is. That's what it is. That's the new music that is being released right now. The only thing that I wanna say is that Tina City Hoshkara Maima China.
Kushobai.
That's the way that you say. Hey my guy, what do you think of the song though?
Yo man, I think for me, man, the song is a vibe, man. The song is a vibe, man, and it only makes sense from the biggest marketing genius.
You understand?
In South Africa, in terms of rapper, you know, under the banner of a rapper. So it makes so much sense, man. It's a vibe, man.
It's a vibe, and also
I can't really complain, man. It's the shit.
Also, what I wanna say, it got us all here, right?
Yeah.
You got us all here, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
That's the only that matters right now, bro. Like, that's the only, you know what I'm saying? We are there, so that's the vibe. I think he did that for us, and I think we gotta give him props for that. You understand? I think the song is a vibe, like you say.
Yeah.
It gets me dancing, and most of the time when the song comes on, I don't see myself only dancing. I see a few more people dancing.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's so.
Yeah.
I think that's what's the most important thing, bro. And I think word to Casp and word to everybody else, bro, in the streets and in the game, we're really producing very good music. But yeah man.
Yeah, no.
Kushoba.
Yeah,
that's that.
Only God knows, man. Only God can tell, dog. But yo, man, it's been. I don't know if you want to say anything on top of that.
I think on closing, I just want to say, please check out the Gentship. Don't be shy, season 1. That's the only thing that I'm gonna say. And last but not least, merchandise is out. Check it out on our web store.
Let me do this.
Yeah, check it on our web store. Yeah, that's that. Check this on our web store. You understand? We'll be good. And I think don't be shy to place your orders, man.
Yeah, man.
Through your orders through the website, through the WhatsApp channels. Anyway you can contact or reach us. Social media.
The web.
Don't be shy. It's that one.
My bad.
So you don't have to be shy to hit us up on the social media. Just continue hitting us on the social media. And for everybody who has actually put through their orders, we've noted that, and we are making sure that we're working extremely hard to make sure that your orders are readable and are ready by the time that you guys would like them to be. So we are working on that. So please check us out, bro.
Keep on supporting that Gentship.
Yeah.
Keep on supporting that Gentship.
And please,
on the music,
don't be shy.
On the podcast, on the website, as he said it, don't be shy.
Don't be shy. Don't be shy.
That's the way it is, man. That's the way it is, man. This has been a very, very, very special episode, man. It's been number 10.
Yeah.
We've been here for 10.
We had to do it.
Episodes, no.
We had to do it.
This is very, very, very hectic. We love it. We enjoy it.
We enjoyed it a lot.
We are growing. And continue to support us. Continue to like, subscribe, and follow the music.
Yes.
There's more coming.
Yes.
I'm not only talking about music.
Yes.
There's more shit.
There's just a lot.
There's more shit.
A lot.
There's just more shit. So, man, on that note, man, I am Mongz, the MONYC, the king himself.
And I am Breezy Mongz.
You know it.
KoGae, aka the boys in the house.
Yeah.
Jay's Gubuse House.
That's the way
you know the vibes, bro. We are out of here.
Yeah. Episode 10.
We are out, man.
Yeah.